Mayor Pro Tem, we're live.
Thank you. Thank you. The time is 6:03 and I'm calling to order the special meeting for the Baldwin Park City Council. City Clerk, if you could take roll call.
Absolutely, Mayor Pro Tem. Mayor Estrada. Let the record reflect that Mayor Estrada is not present. Mayor Pro Tem Ayala.
Here.
Councilmember Avila. Councilmember Garcia. Let the record reflect that the Councilmember Garcia is not present. Councilmember Damian.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you, City Clerk. We're moving on to public communications. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to address the City Council, they can do that now. You just need to come up to the podium and say your name, please. Thank you.
And 1 second, you'll have 3 minutes as soon as you start speaking.
Hi, everyone. I'm Camille Trong. I'm one of the residents living along the railroad track. That's what the reason we all come over here to talk about and give us a time. I know you guys have plenty of time. It is the complaint of misleading and handling from City Baldwin Park City Council. According to the article from City Council of Baldwin Park was printed on seek to reduce noise pollution by establishing a quiet zone rail crossing safety improvement project, which state all council members have involved help create an ongoing sort of funding for improvements along various street grade crossing through the city along metro links. It states that the city has secured nearly $9 million in funding for the rail crossing safety improvement projects. Until now, Baldwin Parkers still did not see any change for good as promised. So where did the money go? We are talking those $9 million. The most important was projects will result in a quiet zone that eliminated accepted noise pollution, which we are enjoying every day now. Now we wanted to know when City Council will start this project. Baldwin Parker wanted to know when City Council member will stop their lies. We believe you all know well that how much residents in this city are suffering from overcrowded traffic congestion, noise pollution, especially those living along the railroad tracks. Much more suffering from headache, ear bursting, and I'm ear my bursting when the track, nervousness, blood pressure rising, some elderly turn hard of hearing on or even deaf. All the newly born were shocked, checking their little body at each time the train passing by with such noise by awning. Kids are crying more often with headache. That's not all yet. Even all the pets jumping and barking.
15 seconds.
When the train passing by and awning so loud. Working people also not exceptions. Besides spending more time and money on travel around.
Thank you so much for your time. Your 3 minutes are up. Thank you.
I have to finish it. Let me have time.
No, I'm sorry. The 3 minutes are up. Anybody that has joined you is more than
all the time to do everything, and now we have only little chance to come here and you cut it off. I need to finish my writing. Give me one more page, please.
Your 3 minutes are up. You're more than welcome to pass that page to anybody that joined you. They're also welcome to speak for an additional 3 minutes, but we have to hold.
half minute, okay?
No, I
You may
apologize.
pass it on. Sorry, City Clerk. You may pass it on to someone else in your party and they can finish your comments.
Who are you? Well, but I need to let them know that.
This is our Public Works Director, Samuel Garcia, and Gutierrez, and he'll speak with you.
Allotted 3 minutes. I'll be happy.
3 minutes, it's just, doing nothing. You guys sit there every day, every night, and now you give me only 3 minutes. That's unfair.
Ma'am, we were transparent from the beginning that you had 3 minutes. You're more than welcome to return at 7 o'clock tonight for another 3 minutes.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to address the City Council? You can do so at this moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cristina Hurtado. I came with the other residents. I would like to take this opportunity to address a failure, in our opinion, on the part of the City of Baldwin Park and its elected officials to act upon an issue that has been brought before you in the past and is of concern to the citizens of the city. In January of 2021, the City of Baldwin Park sent a newsletter to its residents. In that newsletter, it was stated that the city recognized the need for a quiet zone along the train's path of travel, including Merced, McDevitt, and Ramona streets. The newsletter stated that $7 million had been secured to be used for the improvements of our transportation systems and pathways. It is now October of 2024, and nothing has been done to create a quiet zone. We have, however, built a park in front of City Hall that blocks a left turn onto Main Street. Our question is, why is there no quiet zone, and when can we expect it? It is no secret that the effects of the noise onslaught are far-reaching. It has been proven that noise pollution, such as the type we are experiencing, contributes to a number of issues, including the loss of sleep, loss of REM sleep, tinnitus, anxiety, and contributes to hypertension, to name a few. The citizens of Baldwin Park approved Measure M by an overwhelming vote. Measure M, as we all know, is designed to build new rail lines, among many others, and is also designed to improve the safety and condition of the transportation system. We believe that the quiet zone that was promised to us falls under this measure. There has been much talk about creating a quiet zone among the rail line, as it passes through our city, specifically along the neighborhood encompassing Merced, McDevitt, and Ramona streets. My questions are, how much longer must we have to live with this debilitating onslaught of noise? When will the powers that be honor the commitment to build the quiet zone as promised by the newsletter we all received? You were voted in to protect the interests and well-being of the citizens of Baldwin Park. Now is the time to act. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to address the City Council? Thank you, sir. Just state your name.
Hi, my name is Robert Ontiveros, and I live here in Baldwin Park as well, along the tracks here. So we, as the citizens of Baldwin Park, are still calling for action on the MetroLink quiet zone. Do not think for a second we've given up on the relentless honking that steals our peace and harmony in the late hours. Citizens of Baldwin Park and the community say that we hold dear, have developed chronic health issues like high blood pressure, tinnitus, anxiety, and a few from our lack of sleep. We are unable to rest in our homes. It feels like a stab in the back. We called upon every neighborhood and friends to attend the meeting to voice their concerns, ultimately to vote on yes on Measure M, resulting in it being passed. The victory was short-lived. Here we are, 4 years later, with nothing to show for our hard work and dedication to the quiet zone. It feels like we have invested our own hard-earned money to start construction. Where did the funding for the quiet zone go? The betrayal is watching the city build a park whose brilliant idea was that at the end of the critical intersection, which caused insane traffic and frustration. But before the park, there was another $1 million idea turned into 2 lanes into Main Avenue, which that the city paid with our tax dollars to have a bike lane installed, making daily driving unbearable. Do you think that the people sleeping in your park and stealing their bikes are paying for this? No, remember that's our tax dollars being used. You may not understand our frustration when the city can't even get a handle on the fireworks being launched after midnight. Several members in the community have called to voice their concerns about the safety of their homes and families. But instead of receiving help and confront the 911 calls, it's dropped. The calls are answered, but the phone is hung up before anything said. Our sidewalks have been our sidewalks have not been repaired after 8 years of being told it will be fixed. Nothing has happened. If the city is unable to fulfill Measures M even after it was passed, let us know. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, let's see, and you need help or unable to construct the quiet zone and other such things as Pomona and the city of Glendale have the quiet zone. I don't know why Baldwin Park doesn't have it. I think we can.
Thank you.
Nothing's happened.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to address the city council? Okay, seeing no other interest, I wanted to ask, city clerk, was there anyone who submitted anything via email?
No, Mayor Pro Tem, we received communication for the next meeting.
Okay, thank you. I don't know if it's appropriate if we have Sam comment.
What I was going to offer, Mayor Protem, if it's okay with you and the council members, is that we really need to do an update and a briefing to the entire group and the community. There's work that's already been done. There's contracts that's been laid out. But I know what you mean, because as long as you continue to hear the horn, you think nothing's being done. It's important. You probably updated the lady about what we've done, Sam. We need to do it for the group with a nice presentation, the funds that are being used, the other agencies that are involved, MetroLink, Metro, the feasibility study we're doing right now as we speak. It's a $500,000 feasibility study to do an overpass at Ramona, so that, never mind the quiet zone. If the train doesn't have to cross at grade, then there is no horn to blow. So that's in the works as well. We need to provide you with an update. And so I would suggest that we do a presentation for the group at a place of your convenience. We can do it at City Hall. We could do it at any place that would be most convenient for you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was explaining to Ms. Strong that these type of projects do take a long time. So they take a long time because there's a lot of third-party agencies involved, particularly the federal government. We have to abide by all those regulations. So cutting through all of that red tape and working our way through that takes time. But the good news is that, as our CEO mentioned, we have released our first contract that's leading to the quiet zone, and construction will commence next month. So I offered Ms. Trung for me and my staff to go visit their neighborhood and talk to the residents there. Or we can convene here at City Hall and we can give you a presentation. I'd be more than happy to let you know where the money came from, where it's at, and where it's going. I can give you all of that information. But again, to be realistic, Pomona, it took many, many years. 15 years it took them. So it takes a long time. So it's not something that can happen right away, but I can assure you that we have been working on it diligently and we are on our way. So we got our first step in the door, which means our first quiet zone project starts next month. I'd be happy to share the information with you. And then the rest of them will come along. We're hoping to have that sorted out and worked out very soon.
Sam, if I may, when you give that presentation, if you can have maybe a slide presentation on the step-by-step from day one that we started the project, step-by-step, how much has been spent as well, and each step that has taken place, what you have to go through to get to the next phase and the next phase, so they understand why the process is so long. It's not the city holding off the process. If it was up to us, it would have been done immediately. But like he said, there's other agencies that we have to go through to go step by step. So if you can have that, please, so they can better understand it, I think in a slideshow or something, so they can have a visual as well. I'm a visual person, so I think that would help them as well, step by step on where you're at, when you're started, what have you spent at what phase, and so on, and where we're at right now, and what will continue after where we're at right now. I think that would be very helpful.
Absolutely. I'd be very happy to do that. Ms. Trong, I don't know if you want to coordinate that, but I can work with you and we can set up the meeting, and I'd be very happy to do the presentation and walk you through the steps of the project.
We can even have the presentation at one of our meetings
Yes.
if that day we only have that one presentation.
And if I may
Absolutely.
just add, when you do that, Sam, maybe kind of give them a realistic timeline from,
Yes.
from the beginning to the end, so that they know what the expectations are for the completion of the project. Because I know that we had a presentation here with Metro and the other agencies several months ago. And we were even asking, like, when is this going to get finally done? Right? But we know the work that goes into, and like you just mentioned, all the other agencies that we're having to deal with, especially when we're getting the funding from them, we're kind of like at their mercy.
That's correct.
But if you can kind of just give an expectation on timeline wise, where they know exactly, more or less how long the project is going to actually take. And then I don't know if we want to maybe get some contact information from them, so that
Yes.
you guys can get together with them and maybe set up or schedule some type of appointment.
Yeah,
to get their
Ms.
information.
Ms. Strong and I are going to exchange information. We talked about it outside, and then we'll coordinate and set it up with the neighbors.
Did
Also-
you get the other speaker's contact?
No, but I'll,
No.
I'll collect that in a moment. But I think it's
Okay.
also important, maybe for the city council, to clarify that Measure M isn't money that's coming to the city of Baldwin Park. I know that Measure M was brought up a few times, but that's a county tax measure that's not directly funding the city of Baldwin Park. So I don't know if that can be part of the presentation.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to jump in and say we're veering way off the special meeting agenda at this point. I think it's appropriate for a brief response, but generally the rules are that during special meeting agendas, the only items that can be addressed by the public are those that are agendized. So this really is a broad jurisdictional item that should be brought during our other meeting. So at this point, I think we need to move on.
Okay, so I just want to thank everyone for coming and those that voiced their opinions. And then they'll be speaking with Mr. Gutierrez, and we'll be setting something up so that we'll all be informed of the process. But we're going to be moving on, seeing that there's no items in our open session study session. We are going to be recessing to closed session at this moment. So we'll be going into our closed session agenda, so it's not open to the public. But thank you for attending, and you're more than welcome to come back at 7:00 for our meeting. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem, let the